What's up, guys? You're watching the JTDI Guy channel, and currently we are rolling a soybean field. We just started this field. This is what the whole thing looks like right there. Set up my A-B line, or actually I just set an A line. Basically you set the tractor in the certain position you want, you throw in the coordinates, so like we are heading straight east, so that would be like setting the tractor 90 degrees exact. Or in the case when I set this tractor to move on, you know, the GPS, I set it going straight west, which is 270 degrees. So we're, instead of doing an A-B line where you drive, I just did the hey, put the tractor in this direction, throw in the degree I want to go at, and yeah. Non-farming people who've never farmed a day in their life or have never really been around agriculture, you might be asking, JT, this field's planted, why are we rolling it? Isn't that just going to compact the soil? And it's kind of the point of it. Reasons we're going to use a roller. Reason number one, and probably the most important one, is that it helps the seed to soil contact. So when a seed gets put in a little furrow, we use drills with planting soybeans on this farm I work for. And basically, what that does is it throws the seed in the ground, but sometimes it doesn't get the best compaction. So what we do is we come back in with the roller, and we roll over it and help make sure that there is seed to soil contact all around that seed, so it can eventually germinate and become a soybean. And it's not so much big in this field because this is more tilled up. Some of the other fields I've done today were not so tilled up, but it helps push down all the trash and stuff, so like your corn stalks and stuff like that. So this next harvest, we can come in with a combine. You just cut right above all that junk. You're not wearing out a bunch of your knives. There we go. Can't think of words tonight. And finally, it helps, of course, push rocks down, which don't end up in a combine or anything else, and overall helps you there as well. Kind of neat things about rollers, or I guess maybe not neat, but one of the things you have to watch out for is essentially what a roller is just a giant metal tube on the ground. So you really have to watch how you're turning. So with this roller, you can't turn more than 45 degrees. You start turning more than 45 degrees, you start putting stress on the frame, you put stress on the frame, you eventually break stuff, and then you don't have a fun situation because you don't get us in the tractor anymore. You got to go take it to the shop and, well, fix the thing you broke. So one of the things that we do to make sure that we don't turn really sharp is we'll just go and do another pass. So kind of like I just was right here, and I'm going to come back and do that pass right next. But I came back and did this one. So I went from here to here. That way I gave myself more room to kind of work with as we were moving around. The other kind of things is that we like to slow down quite a bit when we're coming up to waterways. Reason being is we want to make sure that we do not bend anything on this. We want to slow down nice and slow, nice and easy. And you'll watch each section of that roller kind of move around a bit, kind of like that. Now, if we went full force through that waterway, 10 miles an hour, which is usually what we're running, we would have just broke stuff because it doesn't have time to bend and kind of twist and move. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is rollers are fun. They're really good to use. They're really simple machines too. It's not like you really have to make sure you want to make sure you're on track to where you need to go, but they're not as precise as like a planter or sprayer or something like that. But You really have to watch how you turn, and you really have to watch how you go through waterways, because you can screw stuff up very quickly with it. So, yeah. I would want to show you guys, like, turning a piece of equipment around and, you know, doing these different things I'm talking about, but I'm not going to show you me turning with this, because for one very simple reason, I don't want to have to, I want to put my full effort into focusing, make sure that I don't turn tight enough, and that I'm not, you know, oh, hey guys, this is how you don't turn tight enough, and then I turn tight enough, and then I break it. I don't think my boss would be too happy if I called him, was like, hey, so now you're finishing up doing this, and you're ready to go home after all this. Yeah, about that. I might have broke something on the tractor. I will say something, though. There's nothing quite as peaceful just working at night, you know? Like, daytime, like, driving a tractor anytime's fun, but, like, just working at night, it's so peaceful. It gives you much time to think about many different things about your life. What are you gonna eat for supper? What are you gonna do the next day? In general, like, honestly, tractor driving, such a good place to, like, just sit and think. Honestly. For you guys in the comments, too, what is your favorite radio station to listen to in the tractor? Or are you more of a YouTube, Spotify kind of person where you just look up a song and you listen to it, or you have your Spotify playlist? Personally, 107.3 Hank FM out of Waterloo, Iowa. Fantastic station. Love it. They're always playing old country music, like, you know, everything from Hank Williams to Hank Williams Jr., essentially, like everything from, like, when country really first got started to, like, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. None of that new stuff. We're on the last pass of it. We are to one more field, a really small field. We're going to take that, knock that out tonight, and we're going to be done for tonight. So, yeah. We're in a new field right now. We're just very close to being done with this one. But this, you can kind of see a little bit. This is what I was talking earlier in the video, where we're using a roller to kind of squish down that trash that we don't want. That's part of its job, on top of helping compact the soil a little bit to help the seed get to the soil a little bit better, and of course squish rocks. But yeah. There we go. Alright guys, I think we're going to call that a night. We got the field rolled. We're going to take this back up, fold her up, and take her back to the farm. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I kind of cut it short. I got back to the home farm, and it was kind of getting a little late, and I just was like, you know what, I don't think I just want to shut this down and head home, so I kind of forgot to film the rest of the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please go check out my buddy's TikTok, Emil. I don't know how to say his last name. He's Swedish. He's on our crew this year at the farm I work at. Here's his TikTok. He's going to have actual, like, edits of, like, the drone footage. That's where the drone footage came from. It came from him. So, please go check him out. Super awesome dude. He has some really cool, like, just drone shots of, like, all the other equipment we run. But anyways, God bless you guys, and we will see you in the next one.